and a little bit better. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I have been under the weather. In Newark, Delaware, it's just been constant opposites. Like one week it's hot, like up to 90 degrees the whole week, and then next week it will be in the 60s, sometimes 50s, and rainy. And it's been like that back and forth. Like even this week, it was rainy. Like it was like 60 something degrees, and then it would rain. Tomorrow it's gonna be 70, which is like the warmest it's been all week. Then next week it's gonna be 90 degrees. So I might be sweating this out next week. We'll see. Hopefully not too bad. But I refuse to wear a silk scarf out in public just to keep this in for a long time. But yeah, I have been like dealing with coughing out mucus, and at some point my nose was a little stuffy. And usually I've been having good control of my allergies, but it's just the weather. Like it's been up and down. Hopefully, this week will be the last week that is just constantly low 60s and rainy. I don't need that on my birth week. I don't need that on my actual birthday or my birthday weekend. Gotcha. This is my birth month, by the way. I am turning, mm, I'm turning 28 this year, and my birthday is about 2 weeks from now. I hope that Portia Mallet, hello, hello, hello. Yazid in three dot into D, hello. Portia Mallet, I'm doing well. I just been recovering from like being under the weather. Like I just been drinking ginger tea all week. I've been drinking, if I don't drink ginger tea, I'm drinking hot water with lemon and honey. Like I just been living off that. I drink it every single morning because in the morning it's always colder, and then when I step outside from work, once I clock out from work, it's warmer, and then later in the evening, like after 6 or 7, it's back to being cold. Like like it's back to be windy. Even on days when it was almost 80 degrees, it'll be 80 degrees for like a few hours, like from like 1 to 5, it'll be 79 or something like that. And then the temperature will drop just like that by 7 o'clock. And it'll drop to like freaking, I don't know, like 60. Sending her from Brazil. Oh my God, you're watching from Brazil. Oh my God, shout out to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Hello, everyone who has commented on here, and hello to the people that are viewing my live. I'm just getting started. I'm just talking about how like I just been under the weather, and by the way, I reside in Newark, Delaware. That's on the east coast of the USA, the whole east coast line. I'm like literally I'm 2 hours away from New York. Depending on where, I could be like up to an hour from Maryland. Trying to think where else. Yeah, like I'm literally 2 hours away from New York. Sometimes 3 hours, depending on where in New York. But that's where I reside at. So I'm dealing with this weather from Russia. Oh my gosh, hello. Thanks for tuning in. But yes, I'm going to discuss a couple of things. I do want to discuss a little bit about the Michael Jackson movie, and a little bit of my favorite Michael Jackson songs and Michael Jackson videos. Um, I'm kind of contemplating whether I want to talk about Delaware and their music scene, but I might save that for another live. That is a lot. But I also was thinking about doing live on TikTok as well, but we will see. I don't have the app where I can do live from different different platforms. And I'm so down to do a live on YouTube and TikTok even tonight if I have to. But we will see how the night goes and see how I'm feeling. But back to what I was saying, yeah, I just been under the weather. I just been drinking hot water with lemon and honey, or I would drink ginger tea with lemon and honey. So that's just been my like I drink it like it's my religion. Max Conrad, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. And another reason why I went back online is because my hair is finally done. I got it done like 2 days ago. And this little piece right here won't stand still. I was trying to do like the way I wrapped it up. I'm gonna show you the pins that I used to wrap my hair up in a second. I wasn't I was not planning on doing flips at all, but the fact that I woke up and I took the clips out of my hair and it just gave a little flip, I was like, the flip was so unexpected, you guys. I was not expecting no hair flips, but they're staying in my hair today. I might even try to actually wrap it around a pin exactly like this because I like it like this. It's different because usually I like it the opposite way. I like the little like swoop. Like I want this to go this way, but right now it's it's going this direction, the curls. And by me losing my voice for like a whole day and coughing out mucus, taking call drops. I literally had a call drop this morning because I just want to tackle all of this. Like, I was wheezing at some point. I had my inhaler. Like, I had sinuses at some point the past few weeks. It was a mess. I'm like, I cannot get on camera like this. Not like this. You know, but I know on my previous live, I did say that I'm going to do video with me reciting my spoken word. I still have the poem. I ain't forget about it, but I like to be on point, and I wanted to be set up a different way. I stated that I wanted to film it outside. I want my hair to be laid. I want it to be set at night. I want to wait until the sun goes down. And I wanted to be in a designated area where I can just film, because it's not that long of a poem, but I'm just very critical on like where I'm going to film it, how am I going to look, and then the weather on top of that. Like if I'm not about to film outside at night and the weather is nasty. If it's too cold, I'm not doing it. If it's cold and rainy, I'm not doing it. I'm not messing up this hair or my makeup, my outfit. I don't need to be getting wet while I'm trying to film. Then yeah, it's just never been like the right time. At least for me, it hasn't been the right time for me to want to go out there and film because it's something different for me. Usually I film in here, in the house, or I don't even mind like filming in the lawn. But I ain't gonna give too much of what I do behind the scenes. But I know for a fact I want to be outside. Definitely an area where it's not too noisy as well. But I feel like the outfit, the whole look speaks for itself. Like I'm going places. And that particular poem I'm talking about is I'd Rather Be. It has yet to been filmed, but it's coming up. Whether my hair is gonna look like this or whether my hair will be in a whole nother style, but it's gonna be laid regardless. But I'm trying to film it this month. That's the goal this month. But I am gonna look around in different areas outside to see where I can film at night and it can be safe. But it's coming. It's coming. I did not forget about the video, like a video of me talking about like my style, like how my style evolved. I did not forget about that either. But I just been tied up with work and me doing my studies because I'm trying to get into tech. Like I'm doing like a self-paced course where I'm learning how to code and then I'm looking into other opportunities in tech as well. So I work my regular job and I'm still looking at other opportunities career wise. So I'm trying to balance that and then also make time to film and do my hobbies. Like I love doing this. I love being on camera. I like creating content. But that is what's been going on. That's just been like a little hiatus, but I'm here. But we're going to get into the fun part. I went to go see the Michael movie on Tuesday because they give discounts on Tuesdays at the movies. The Michael Jackson movie was great. Jafar Jackson did a good job. He he had Michael down to the T. Like he was on point with the moves. Y'all know Michael don't play around. He's a perfectionist in every way possible. He wants things to be done right. Like he's very critical of himself. Like he's the I mean, he's the king of pop. He is a legend, the GOAT, you name it. But the fact that his nephew just like studied him, he did a good job playing Michael. I mean, he didn't miss a beat. He didn't miss a beat. His footwork, he did the choreography, like the videos when Michael Jackson did live performances, you can tell that he really studied his live performances, especially when he did the moonwalk. You can't mess that up. But I don't know how many parts they're going to do for a Michael movie because Michael just been around for so many years. Like he's been famous since he was a kid. And I had to sit down and tell myself, like, oh, this is not like I grew up watching the Jackson family dream. So I didn't expect it to be like that, but I understand why they had to like make that part a little bit shorter and then just move on to Michael going solo and being on the rise. But I can say I grew up watching the Jackson family dream, but that's about the Jackson family. like the Jackson Five, the Jacksons, and then Michael Jackson moved on to be solo. But this movie is strictly on Michael alone, not the relationship. Like, not like it didn't really. This movie is not supposed to focus on Michael Jackson and his brothers and everything. Yes, they did. They did show like how he got started. Like he started in the group with his brothers. But overall, it was a good movie. But I can tell that they cut a lot of scenes. Like, for example, Thriller. When I looked on Instagram, they showed like parts of Michael in the video, like the love interest walking down the street, the movie version. But when I watched the actual movie, they did not show that at all. They just showed the girl watching Michael dance. To like do the dance break when he's dancing with the zombies. That's the part that they showed, but they did like, at least from what I saw on Instagram, because you go on the reels, they're gonna tell you all the tea. There were some scenes of the guy that plays Michael, Jafar Jackson, playing as Michael, walking with the love interest, like walking down the street. He's just singing her. Because that's how the original video Thriller was. Like that was part of the music video in real life. But they couldn't put all that in the movie. And I kind of wish they did, but they can only squeeze so much for a 2-hour movie. And it's just so much. Let's see, can you shout out my name? Well, did you actually speak? See, hello, hello. Thank you, Charlie Parker 8455. Okay, Charlie. I'll leave it as Charlie then. Well, shout out to you for the compliment. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Okay, NWZATQOMG. Hello to you and Charlie. Can you shout out to Charlie for tuning in? And yes, I'm slaying. Like, I'm feeling myself with this hairstyle. It's just a silk press, but I don't know, I'm just loving it. I also got my ends clipped a little bit, so I'm really feeling it. Like, the fact that it's just healthy, and I'm gonna go back to getting it done by someone in a few months, probably after the summertime. What is my name? I go by Zuzu. I go by Zuzu. I'm gonna talk more about my hair and all that later. But let me get back to the Michael movie. Somebody had to say it, but the whole time I was watching the Michael movie, they had, I say this with love, they had this is the makeup. They had Joe Jackson looking like Respucia from the Rebellion at some point in the movie. At some point in the movie, they did the best they can. Now I can say the makeup throughout the whole movie, they did that. They did that. I felt like Michael Jackson. I feel like they put a little bit too much eyeliner on the eyes, but I don't know. Like, I look at the pictures of Michael. I don't. At least I don't remember him wearing eyeliner. I don't know what they was going for, but I could have sworn I see eyeliner around the makeup for Michael Jackson. But Joe Jackson, I'm like, they did a good job on the hair and everything. Acting, yeah, the acting's fine. It's just I don't know. It's just at some point it was like it was giving a little bit of a jump scare. Um, it'll just be random times he'll just pop up and eh, like, hey, Michael, like, well, dang, like there was a parts it felt like a jump scare when it came to Joe Jackson's character. So that was one thing I was like peeping. And I like how they gave a little bit of history on these networks. Even I alone didn't know this. I mean, rest in peace to MTV, but they gave a little history about certain music videos being played on MTV. And Michael was actually the one to break those barriers. I could be wrong, excuse my ignorance, but according to different sources, he broke barriers when it came to having music videos on MTV. So that's one thing I did not know. I didn't grow up in the 80s, so I wouldn't even know this information, but I know MTV just like is no longer here. Like just a few months ago, they MTV's gone now, but wow. I feel like that was an important part in the movie. I kind of wish they would have like really talked about what made him get into the moonwalk, what made him like the moonwalk, what made him obsessed with the moonwalk. They don't need to tell us how he perfected the moonwalk. I feel like that need to be gate. I feel like certain things need to be, gate kept. I don't even think that's even a word, but you know how people gotta gatekeep their greatness. Some things you gotta keep to yourself. If you're great at something, some things you want to stay the best. So I get that, but they could at least talk about how he got to moonwalk because I know for a fact that the like he didn't invent it, but he's seen it from somewhere and he just perfected it because he's like the best moonwalker ever. Like, let's be real here. Excuse my ignorance. Excuse my ignorance. I could be, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact I mean, we know that he's like the best dancer in the world. We know this. But I wish they would have like, I don't know, like talked a little bit about the moonwalk, but hey, it's what it is. I do feel like they kind of skipped through the creative process on some of the albums, but I'm really trying to like Patrick, okay, what did he move up to and what album did he move up to? Because by the way, this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler, by the way. I'm gonna put this at the title of my live. This is a spoiler if you haven't seen it. But I'm trying to think, like, if because when they do a part two, I'm trying to think about what album are they gonna talk about because it did end with him. It ended in the 80s, so they did off the wall. They did do Thriller. They did Bad. Yeah, they already covered Bad. Technically, yeah, they covered Bad because they had to film Beat It. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, was Beat It on? Beat It had to be on the Bad album. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Mm. You're supposed to know your information before you go on here, girl. Like I know I'm not tripping. Like what album was the song Beat It on? This is why I have my iPad. I stay corrected. Beat It was on Thriller. It was on the album Thriller. Okay. Okay. Whew, whew. I wonder if they're going to talk about him filming Bad. Because, you got the Bad album, The Way You Make Me Feel, and then the other song, Bad. I'm going to give y'all a fun fact about me. I personally like the music video Bad. That's like my top two. My number one favorite video from Michael Jackson is Remember the Time. So my top two favorite Michael Jackson videos are Remember the Time and Bad. And these aren't even music videos, these are like mini films. I need to give me some water real quick. Ooh. Oh, I stay correct. Let's say, baby, we is not. Mm. Now, last week I did a poll on best Michael Jackson video, best Michael Jackson songs. I screenshotted the polls and I wanted to share the results. I might actually share these results too on TikTok, probably either tonight or tomorrow night. I'll see how I'm feeling because I can't film on TikTok and on here at the same time. But trust me, this hair is still going to be laid either way. All right, that's what I asked for. But I did three polls because he has so much great music. So I said this is the first poll I did for Michael. Let's see. Before I give you all the poll, I'm just looking at as Nakan as Nakan 217. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. I'm running down the Michael Jackson polls I did last week and I screenshotted the results. The people that follow me voted on my story. Well, my Instagram story. So I listed Michael Jackson's best song out of the four. And these four songs are You Are Not Alone, Break of Dawn, I Can't Help It, Human Nature. Those those are so hard to pick from. All of those songs are amazing, well crafted, catchy, chill, like they're all straight up R&B pop. Now, yeah, they're both just a combination of R&B and pop. A little bit more R&B than pop, but the results out of those four, the most popular vote was Human Nature. Out of the four, that song has been sampled more than once. But then again, the song I Can't Help It was also sampled by by Fabulous. And I do like the song. It's called Baby by Fabulous. He sampled I Can't Help It by Michael Jackson. I like that song too. I like the way that they sampled it. Plus, I remember when it first came out, I was a kid. Cool song to me. But You Are Not Alone and Break of Dawn, them songs you cannot sample. It's hard to sample those two songs. Those songs stand alone. I mean, all of them stand alone, but it's very hard to pick the best one out of the three. But I can say Human Nature was the popular vote. I had a tie when it came to Break of Dawn and I Can't Help It. Both of them got 25% of the vote. I love both of those songs. And to be honest with you, those are my go-to songs when I want to hear Michael Jackson. Like I have both of those songs on my Apple Music. So if it really came down to it, those two songs would go hand in hand even with me personally if I were to vote. But I love all four of these. But it's kind of hard to pick the best one. And I feel like me personally, You Are Not Alone. I feel like I slept on that song a little bit, but I still like the song, but it's just not a main go-to song I run to, like, oh, I gotta hear this song. But now that the Michael movies came out, like, you want to go back and really listen to other songs that you didn't really like completely vibe to at first. But I can say that Break of Dawn, yeah, that's an instant that's instant platinum for me. I can't help it. That's platinum. And my Apple Music, yep, yes sir, yes ma'am. My second poll I did was best Michael Jackson music video. And the four I have listed here are Smooth Criminal, Remember the Time, Bad, and Thriller. Gosh, let me. Like this is what I'm looking at on my iPad just to share with y'all. Cause my Instagram story, people are they actually like to interact, you know. So the most popular vote was Remember the Time. And like I mentioned earlier, that is my all-time favorite music video slash mini movie. Bad did not get any love. I don't understand. Because the mini film like before the actual music plays was a good idea. Like I don't know why people slept on that. At least the people that looked at my stories and decided to vote slept on that. But the second popular vote was Thriller. I do like the music video Thriller, but I just don't like the very first part. Like I'm not about the whole werewolf thing. I'm just like it still traumatizes me. Like the part where he turns into a werewolf, like the full werewolf, I can't oof, I can't do it. I gotta cover up my whole face. I gotta skip it. Like at this point, I just want to look at the shortened version. Just get to the point where okay, he's walking the girl and singing. He's walking with the girl and singing, and they do the break dance. The break dance was the bomb. And in the Michael movie, when I tell you, Michael resurrected inside of Jafar when he did that breakdown for Thriller, baby. I thought I was watching an actual music video. But it's just the first part when he turned to a werewolf, I can't do it. Whoever did the makeup for the werewolf in that music video, they deserve their props because baby, I can't even look at it. I'm gonna scream. I'm going. Mm-mm. I ain't got time for nightmares. I don't. I'm too grown. I don't. I'm not about it. But they've really they really made the werewolf look very scary in the original um video, like the real video with Michael Jackson. At the very beginning, they turns the werewolf. I can't do it. So that's partially why it's not my favorite video. But the dance break when he got with zombies and turned into one, yeah, that that choreography was a 10 out of 10. It's just you never see anything like it. But they did not give Bad no love. And that's my second music video. I'm gonna tell you why that is my favorite music video. It's realistic and it applies to real life and it's relatable. Y'all may think I'm crazy when I say this. I'm not saying relatable as in like, oh, you can just solve your issues with friends by dancing and singing and dancing around the subway and or I think it was a garage or a subway, but I forgot where he was dancing at. But the whole point is that part, it's a mini movie music video. But it was still relatable because Michael's character w- had these group of friends that he grew up with, and him or his family decided to take him to a different school, predominantly, I think it's a private school or something like that. I could be wrong. It's like a preppy, like a better school, and it's predominantly Caucasian, right? He comes home from break and he meets up with his friends, and they notice that he's changed, and they confront him about it. And they're saying that, oh, he's not cool no more, he ain't bad. So um that's what the video's about. And then I'm sorry, but the choreography for that alone is amazing. I mean, all his choreography is amazing. It's a must see, but I can't, like the moment that the song starts and he does the poses and the fact that the other dancers, he gave the other dancers camera time and they break down. I like the fact that he actually gave them a little bit of a few seconds for them to give them their best moves, and they were in sync. Because there were parts of that video where he wasn't even seen. They showed a little bit, like maybe maybe up to 5 seconds of the camera pointed to like three other group of guys getting down. Um, like it was like three sets. Like then on one side it was a group of guys getting down for a few seconds, and then boom, then it turned back to Michael Jackson and his backup dancers. Um, to this day, it just that video gives me chills. And at the end, he just gets accepted. Like just because he may not react like y'all, it doesn't mean that he don't have it in him. But when you elevate, sometimes the way you react, the way you carry yourself may change. And some of the people that you grew up with may not understand that yet. I felt like that video had a real lesson to it. So that's why that's my second favorite music video. Y'all should already know why Remember the Time is the best is my favorite music video, my number one favorite music video from Michael. Um it was filmed in Egypt, had a beautiful black queen on there. And we know the best part of that music video was the best part was them breakdancing. Him and the Egyptian dancers breakdancing. To this day, I still try to even me growing up, like when they played music video, I would get up and try to like this is me. Like I'm like I was good until they got to the floor and then they flipped over. I said, yeah, I don't know about all that. Yeah. I don't know if I can do all that. Yeah. I said, let me get on up. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. That's how you gonna get from me. All right. Let me remind you, I used to dance back then. I actually did dance recitals up to the age of I'm gonna say 12 or 13. So yeah, I think you're wrong. I think 13. But anyway, Smooth Criminal also got a vote, but Smooth Criminal is cool and everything, but it's just not my favorite. The 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 no gravity move where like his whole body just did this. To this day, I don't know if it was the shoes or just them. They said something they put in the shoes for him to do that. I could be wrong. Excuse my ignorance. But of course, that was like the coolest part of the choreography. But I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite, and I still I did watch the full film, but I had to rewatch it, and I just found out that he's technically talking about like a CPR doll. I gotta do more research on it. I might have to rewatch it. Now, I watched a shortened version of this one music video that he did. It's called Ghost, but I have yet to watch the full film. I might even watch it tonight when I get the time to, because I really want to watch the full one. Hopefully, I ain't get no nightmares. Because I told y'all that music video thriller, the beginning part when turned the web, I said, mm, absolutely not. And you know what? That made me understand that if I want to ride in a car with a guy, don't take me in the woods in the dark and expect me to get out the car with you and we walking in the woods in the middle of these trees and all and there's no light. No, oof, mm-mm, absolutely not. I would tell the young girls that too. Don't let no guy do that. Mm-mm. Drive to a place and it's dark and there's no light and he want to walk with you because honey, anything can happen to you. Anything. So, baby, I learned my lesson after I watched that. I'm not, werewolves aren't real, but in real life, it's a possibility that things can happen. People get snatched up, or even worse. And I can't say the word on here on YouTube, but y'all catch my drift. It's not a lot of unsafe things happen. The guy might not be crazy. Maybe he just like walk in the woods at nighttime, but there's a slight chance that you just got to be very careful. I'll say it like that. Be very careful. But for me, I'm not taking them chances. You're not parking your car here and then we're walking out in the wood. We're by the woods and it's not that much light and there's no people around. Nope. Not taking them chances, baby. Oh, number three. Best Michael Jackson song out of the four. So I did another best Michael Jackson song. They had to only vote for one. PYT, Rock With You, Lady in My Life, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. The popular vote was Rock With You. I don't blame them. The second popular vote was PYT. That's PYT was sampled by Kanye West. The way he flipped that was amazing. He sampled it to the point that you couldn't really tell that he sampled Michael, but like I'm kind of off key, but if y'all listen to The Good Life by Kanye, you're gonna hear that sample with PYT and Michael Jackson. Um Lady in My Life, that's a beautiful song. Don't stop till you get enough. Mm, mm, mm. That's just his debut like that's just a debut single. Like from him. Um like if I were to vote for all this, I love all of them. But I would have to say hmm, Rock With You out of the four. It's just something about that song. It's just a vibe. You can just dance to it, groovy. It's just somebody. And I love I love the bridge. It's something about the bridge that gets to me. Girl, when you dance, it's just like magic. It must be love. The love's loving forever. I gotta do this on TikTok, baby. That is that. I'm trying to think what other, as far as best Michael Jackson album, I love all of them. I love Invincible, Off the Wall, Thriller. But it's hard to just say, oh, this is the best Michael Jackson album when like all his album when he's like the GOAT, the king of pop, like the greatest entertainer of all time. It's hard to just say, oh, this is my all-time favorite album. I No, it's hard to pick the number one. And the fact that Invincible came out in 2001, but the other albums I just mentioned came out in the 80s says a lot. Like when I know he has great music in the 90s, but it's just hard to just like, okay, let's drop it down to. I just name the albums that I like because my favorite songs, like my go-to songs are on those albums in particular. There's still other songs that I like that are not on those three albums. And yes, whenever I have kids, my kids are going to know about Michael Jackson too. I was 11 when he passed. So I grew up listen to him for sure. I even I just remember a lot like when he was still here, even though 11 was still kind of young. But Jackson will always be amazing. And he'll always be a classic. His songs will never get old. Now, as far as the Jackson 5, I'll have to say, my bad, y'all. I got a FaceTime call. I gotta get off here anyway. because I'm probably going to try to do a TikTok and yeah, like I'm going to do TikTok. I'm going to be back on here, but let me mention my favorite J- Jackson 5 song. My favorite Jackson 5 song is Who's Loving You? And I'll have to say, as far as like the Jacksons, when Michael was almost grown, Blame It on the Boogie. It's something about that song, and I wonder who's loving you. Just the harmony, just Michael was something. Michael as a kid was just the coat. Ooh. Mm. Yes, I can. We can go on all day about Michael and all, but but I that's like my commentary on the Michael movie, my personal favorites with Michael. My favorite Michael Jackson videos, Michael Jackson movies, and I enjoy discussing my polls on here. I want to also, if you missed this live, I'm gonna do the same thing on TikTok because this was fun to talk about. I'm not gonna hold you, but hmm, I do need to call this person back on my FaceTime. I feel like if that person texted me, I could have like quickly paused, but I still to this day don't even know how to pause any of this. I mean, if it come down to it, I can just make another live. I have no problem. To be honest with you, I ain't gotta wake up too early tomorrow. I already know what I'm wearing and everything tomorrow, but I wanted to give a little bit of commentary on the new Michael Jackson movie and just my personal favorites from Michael Jackson. The GOAT. I couldn't be too detailed because it's just this live would have been just too long. I do feel like if I were to discuss it with another person and make a debate, it would be more entertaining. But you know, it's here. I'm keeping it. It's staying on here. But I'll see if I can go back on live. If not, I'll probably get back on here this weekend. Otherwise, thanks for watching and please stay tuned for more content from Susan from the 302.